Hey guys, it's DK White, and today I got a video for you. It's about my HX Stomp from line 6. Just got it recently, and I wanted to go through a demo of you guys of like some of the tones, some of the sounds I got, and basically what I set up as presets on this for my upcoming album, A Change in Nature. So basically what I'm going to do is go through these two presets, show you all the blocks and everything, a couple different views on the HX Stomp, kind of give you a demo, but not do what, like, there's a lot of other videos on YouTube where everyone goes through all the amp models, they go through everything on this thing. I don't want to do that because, as I said, there's just plenty of videos about it, and I mean, this thing's been out for a good while now, and plenty of people have covered it. So I'm just going to really hone in on exactly how I got my tones for A Change in Nature. So I got a pedal cam set up over here. It's kind of set on to the HX Stomp, so you can see exactly what's going on there. A little later, I'm going to show you the HX Edit app, which is actually what I used to program this. I didn't do it actually on the pedal itself. So I'm going to head over now to the HX Edit, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I got my tones, and how I set it up using that app, and how the interface is on the pedal afterwards. So I got HX Edit opened up for you guys here. So I'm just going to go through right now, show you exactly how I would go about setting up a preset, particularly the preset that I set up for A Change in Nature. So I got all my presets here on the left-hand side. And up here I got my effects chain, so I can put 6 effects blocks here. It's just the main input, main output. And then I got my list of effects down here, and I can assign it to a controller over here. So to start, in the first spot, I'm going to be putting a Scream 808, which is basically their version of a TS 808 Tube Screamer by Ibanez. I actually kind of dial in the game about there. No, honestly, I'm going to leave this about as is. And then in the second block is going to be my amp. So from there, I go down here to amp and cab. And I am going to go and find the PV Panama, which is basically an EVH 5150. Drive's pretty much good, but I'm going to tweak the EQ a little bit here. Drop the bass down a little bit, bring the mids up, bring the treble up, and the presence up. Alright, and then I'm also here, I'm going to go into the controller sign that I was showing you a second ago. I'm going to assign this to Footswitch 1. So now on the HX Stomp, that's assigned to Footswitch 1. So right now, this is the tone I pretty much have. That's with the Tube Screamer on. I can bypass the Tube Screamer here, and this is just the amp. And only other things I really added, I mean, I had a chorus and a flanger here on the preset, but I didn't really use that except for the clean parts. I just kind of had them there to mess around with other things that I was messing around with. So right here, I'll double click it to open up the edit menu here. That's where I put my delay. So I used a transistor tape delay, which is basically just a Echoplex EP3 style delay. Bring the time down, a little feedback down, bring the mix down. This is pretty much what I have now. Just a little bit of delay just to make it so kind of adds a little bit of space. I did have a reverb on there as well. I didn't have it on in the intro clip that I did. But on the actual album, I do have it on. And I also added an extra reverb after the fact in the DAW and the mixing and all that. I believe I was using a room reverb, so I'm going to bring that one in. Bring the decay down, bring the mix a little bit down. So that's pretty much what I have. It's kind of subtle, not really much. And that's pretty much all I had. Only things I had assigned to the Footswitches were my chorus and flanger I had here and this. And that's pretty much it, guys. So that's pretty simple. You can do all that on the actual device itself, but it's like you're gonna have to go through menus and stuff like that. I will show you exactly what's going on the HX Stomp in 1 second with this preset. But it's just much easier to have this app. You just hook this up via USB, and you can pretty much from there just program all your presets, load them into it, and then set it up so you can just switch between them on the HX Stomp on the fly, because you have a couple different view options on there. There are a couple other features in here that I didn't quite show you guys. Like I can do a second path here. I tried messing around with stereo setups with 2 different amplifiers. You have snapshots where you can actually have a couple different versions of a single preset. Those are all things other people have gone over in other demo videos of the HX Stomp and all the Helix devices, really. This is same technology across the whole Helix family. I'm not going to go over any of that because I didn't utilize that for my purposes on the album. This is basically a straightforward way to set up a preset to get a good amp and like pedal setup here. I got the amp in the middle, boost in front of it, delay and reverb at the end. It's as simple as it gets. So that is all I got for you here. I'm going to switch over to HX Stomp view, and I'm going to show you exactly what's going on there in terms of how I utilize that, different views, and the foot switches and everything. We'll switch over to that in a second. So now, guys, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on in terms of the foot switches on the HX Stomp, the views that I use, and everything on there. So what I'm going to do here, so this is the preset that I just set up on the HX Edit. Got the Scream, the Tube Screamer assigned here. Got my other box. So if I go to the View button here, brings up the whole preset. So I can go through, I got the Scream 808, PV Panama, couple empty blocks, tape, reverb, and like if I click this in, I can turn them off and on. And let's say I have the delay here. I can tap on this, if I can get it to work, and I can assign it to that. I can use that to turn it on and off, just like I did with this. So that's basically the simple way to utilize this. There's a couple other things you can do here. So I'm going to go back out to this view. I'm going to go back over to my EVH presets, basically my PV Panama setup for the A Change in Nature sound. So I can use this to switch between them, or I can go to this view right here. So basically that replaces these 2 foot switches here with preset up and down switches. So that's what I was utilizing in the first clip on this video, where I basically could switch between those 2. And if I wanted to, I could actually reassign the Tube Screamer over here, and that would be my Tube Screamer boost. So basically I can switch between the 2 presets and have my Tube Screamer here. I didn't set it up that way because this is not really how I was using it in the context of recording. I recorded them separately. But for the sake of the video, this is actually a very good setting on this, where I can switch between 2 presets. And you can do this with other things too. I mean, if I have 3 different snapshots, I can do that. Actually, oh, sorry, this is 3 different presets in a single bank, so I can bank between 3 different presets rather than just 2. And then I got my snapshots, and then back to the normal view. And then it actually shows you on the normal view here what 3 pedals you have there to use. So I got the chorus, the flanger. And that's pretty much it when it comes to what you're using on the HX Stomp. I mean, you got a volume knob, you got that. There's a couple other things, like if you make a change to the preset, you can hit these 2 buttons to save it. If you want to go in and you want to edit what the block is, I mean, you can click this one in, and it brings up the menu. You can go in and edit it that way. I've built a preset on this thing for a friend of mine, so you can do that. I prefer the HX Edit just because you get a much bigger view. You can just kind of hit the button, drag it, click selected, and all that. You'll have a much bigger screen to work with rather than this small one that you got here. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. And I'm going to switch back over, finish up the video, get my final thoughts on the HX Stomp, and what I think it should be used for, who's it for, and also would I recommend it for the modern guitarists, for people who at home, whatever uses it could be for. So see you in 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to give you my final thoughts on the HX Stomp. For one, I can definitely say for $600, it's probably the best overall digital device you can get to utilize for guitar, for effects, for amp models, for an all-in-one solution to recording at home as an interface. You can use it for so many different things, and it just kind of fits the needs of many different types of people. Whether you're a studio musician who does things at home, who records at home, whether you play out live with a whole band, whether you are like a DJ or like you're recording vocals or you're playing worship services. I mean, there's so many different ways you can use this. So overall, definitely recommend it for anyone, especially the studio musician who plays guitar at home, doesn't want to bother neighbors, things like that. You can just record silently with this and get authentic tube amp tone without bothering anybody. Thanks for watching, and once again, all the things I went over in this video were basically the tones for my upcoming album, A Change in Nature. Make sure you're subscribed here because I will be putting out a music video for the song A Change in Nature. And make sure you're following me on Twitter and on Instagram so you always get updates about my music, when the album is going to be coming out. And also, head over to my website, which I'll also link in the description, and you can buy my album, the CD copy, or you can head over to my Spotify page and you can subscribe to me there and listen and stream it from there. So I've been DK White. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.